Good morning all. So it's 8:20 in this sleepy holiday resort. I'll just show you a little bit of what's going on. It's a clear blue sky and that beach will become more and more busy as the day goes on. The sea is, well, the tide is almost fully in, and so you can see there's little beach remaining. It goes out to about that rock, and so then the beach becomes much greater, which gives more scope to traversing up and down. So this morning's video then, people, is about what we are, our own empowerment, and I'm going to come at it from a few angles because it's multifaceted, like everything is in this world and universe. Many things I say and many things that you will hear from other sources are very, very profound and deep, and many of us won't realise the profundity and the depth of what we are hearing until we embody it, until we realise finally that we know it because we are it. This is the thing. Many of us, when we listen to things, we can accept it straight away if we are not the variety that's full of programs. But when we are truth seekers, and when we are wise, and when we are open, and when we are well on the path, when we hear something, instantly we can intuit that. We can feel it, we can embody it, we just know it to be true. We don't need anybody or anything to prove it to us, via math or anything else. And so, all of my life, curious enough, people, and this is why I'm here now today, doing what I'm doing. All my life, I've been self-empowered. And all my life, I've known that this world is my oyster. And I've always gone and taken everything that I've wanted, because it's there for the taking. There is nothing that's not attainable to us in this life if we have the intention, the desire and the drive to acquire it. Later on in my life, when I started to become privy to a vast array of information, then I'm like, yes, 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 music to my ears. You know, power and energy for my soul, because this is what I've always known but couldn't articulate. This world is about me. It's all about me. But people, let me stop you there before you get anxiety about this, agitated. It's all about you too, because this world is our subjective experience, and it will be what we want it to be, what we make of it. The intentions that we have and the energy that we put into it and the desire, the will, we create this reality. Now this is an absolute fact as far as facts go in this reality, because people can prove it time and time and time and time again. All you've got to do is just look at prominent people in the media or on television, and actors and movie stars and all this, and you say to them, you go, how is it that you actually have come to be here? And they will tell you, they can't tell you anything else. It's through my intention, through my desire, through my perseverance, through my energy expulsion. That's why I'm here. I have created what I am today. Yeah? And so, the line I often quote, what Jesus reputedly has said, truly the kingdom of God is within you all. It is within you all. Because this seeming reality, although it is a reality, everything about it is what we really perceive it to be, in the sense that it's a material world, and we feel pain and we suffer and we feel joy and any number of emotion that the human being, is privy to. This is all real as far as this body and this mind goes, but there's another reality to this reality, and that is that this is a non-reality. And the fact of it is that we are existing in a dualism, because we are within the great paradox. For those of you that still don't grasp the paradox, I suggest that you really do try to understand that, because when you understand the paradox, then you will get a great handle on what this world and life is, because it is only a paradox ultimately. It is a reality, it is real, we are this body and we have families and friends and all this sort of thing, we live and we die, and then it isn't. It is just a dream, it's just a figment of our imagination and the imagination of the greater thing, all that there is. It's all being dreamt within this huge consciousness. And so we can talk about that nothing exists, it's all illusion and la-di-da-di-da, but where does that get us? It doesn't get us anywhere, does it? Because at the end of the day, if we, proclaim so profoundly that it's all illusion, and then we fall down the stairs and we break a leg and we've got pain, then that's kind of like a difficult pill to swallow, isn't it? Where's the pain come from if it's all illusion? It's real in this reality. So what we have to do is then, we are existing somehow in this reality. And so we have to make of this reality the best we can. And we do this via our intention, our desire, our will. And I've spoke on many occasions about there's no free will, and it's all illusion and nothing exists and all this other thing. And that is all perfectly true. But it's all perfectly wrong, erroneous as well. Because it just depends from what way you're looking at it. There's a million different perspectives to look at this existence. And they're all right. And if you look at 7.5 billion people on this planet, they've all got a certain rightness of the way they perceive this world, haven't they? They all suffer their own pain, they all have their own anxiety, they all have their heights of pleasure, and they all go through their life experiencing what they deem to be real. And for them it is real, and for them it's the only reality, because my reality can't be their reality. Nobody's reality can be anybody else's reality. And so this is why there is no such thing as the abstract world. It's all a subjective world, and it's all based on what our mind perceives it to be. And so what we have to do is then, we have to try to grasp this, we have to try to understand it, we have to become self-empowered. And time again, my videos are about this. I'm appealing to you to become self-empowered, to know that you are the most powerful thing in this universe. And it is only down to you that is going to take you through this world in a way in which you want to do it. If you don't consider yourself to have any power at all, then you won't have, because you've just made up your mind. You've given away, in a breath, your power, your autonomy. You've given it all away. You've thrown it into the wind. And there's a million people around you that will take that and use it. So we have to be very, very careful how we think, people. If we think that, oh, the government's got power over me, oh, the police have got power over me, oh, the boss has got power over me, oh, my mother, father's got power over me, then they will have. And that's a simple fact of it, because you create your reality. If subjectively in your mind you go, no, they may think they have power over me, and there's certain parameters which I have to accept about this world. Sure, I can't go into the street and run rampage around the place without some energy forces in the guise of police or security or whatever apprehending me and stopping me from doing that. So there's many things that I can't really do. But you see, there's many things that if we operate within the parameters of any given society, then there's a lot of things that we can do, if only we apply ourselves to it. And so I'm trying. You see, I feel as if I'm going into another arena now, because intuitively my mind is realizing something, and alongside that realization I am coming upon the reiteration of my realization, which is telling me you're perfectly in tune with wherever you're going, Aaron. And I'm being fed. I'm being fed by people. I'm being fed by Google. It's amazing that when you start to move in a certain way in your mind, then the world will give you what you need. This is the thing. When I say to myself, I'm going to stop going round and round and round in this constant quest for truth within this reality, because this reality ultimately isn't a truth. It depends which way you're looking at it. If you're looking at it from the average Joe, then this reality is an absolute truth. But if you're wise enough and you're philosophical enough and you are endowed with a lot more information, then you can look at this world from another perspective, from the paradoxical perspective, from the perspective that it's just a dream. We are light beings. There's nothing in existence except some sort of form of energy. And our spirit continues. Our spirit is consciousness. The body dies, or the body goes out of existence. It's never living in the first place, in this other reality. It's just an illusion. And so we can look at it from that perspective as well, but there's no point in dwelling like these gurus do, you see. They're sitting all quiet and they're all so contemplative, and they're telling you that it's a non-reality and we're light beings. Well, you're gonna be a light being probably for another gazillion years, but this moment in time, people, this reality is real. And you're not a light being per se as you're going about your everyday job. You're taking the kids to work, and you're cooking your husband some food, or you're taking your wife out for a meal. You are participating in the human experience. And so there's no point in rejecting all of that, because you're privy to a little bit of information which tells you that you can have things like crazy psychedelic experiences, you can have mystical experiences, you can have experiences in meditation, and you can know that there's something else, and then you can say to yourself, that's what I really am. You are that as well, people. You are both eternal consciousness and a human being within this experience. And so what we have to do then, we can know that, and it's a wonderful thing to know, but we can't let it rule our lives, because at the end of the day, we can look at each other and we can go, ha 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 ha, I know that you are not real. You're just a figment of my imagination, and I'm a figment of my own imagination. Curious enough, I'm conning myself into this being a reality. Yes, but you see, you're still going to have to go and take a shower tonight. You're still going to have to go and cook something. You're still going to have to use the toilet, and you're still going to have an everyday reaction, even though you know all this stuff. You see how it is? I spoke the other day about the transmutation of negative energy into positive. What we have to do, we have to transmute anything that we don't like about this world into things that we do. That's as simple as I can state it. We have to head towards the area in which we can find the greatest level of peace and tranquility, because that's what this life is about. It's about finding the pleasure and the enjoyment and seeing the wonder, because so many of us, we've become dull. We've become so suppressed that we can't feel the beauty and the wonder of this world. We can't see it. We don't get the opportunity really to go and spend time in it. You need to spend time in it with a calm mind before you can make certain realizations. If you sit in a wood, for instance, alone, say like for 2 hours, and you just relax and you forget about all the stuff that pertains to your life outside of that wood. If you envelop yourself within that wood, you will become one with that wood, and your thoughts will very, very quickly start to become more pagan. And that wood will feel like it is your mother's womb. It welcomes you, it embraces you, it nurtures you. It gives you great satisfaction and tranquility of mind and heart. And when you go out the wood back in the city, you can go, what went on there? What on earth was that? Another world, people. That's what it is. That's what it was. It's there all the time for you. It's your choice whether you want to choose to be in that world, at least sometimes, or you want to permanently stay in this dull world where everything around you is a contrivance, a human experience, a human contrivance, all designed to guide and manipulate you into ways in which this society will extract your energy, your human life force, your vitality, your libido, as well as the paper energy. It's all about energy in these societies, people. And so if you get to a beautiful beach resort like this and you're walking up and down this beach like I'm going to shortly, and I'm going to meditate, and I'm not thinking about any of this stuff going on out here. I'm in my own subjective world of peace and tranquility, and looking at this world in awe and feeling how wonderful it can be. So that's my thought for today. We have to try to realise what we've got here. Try to grasp, people, what it is that potentially we can hold in our hands here. And don't let it slip away. You've got to grasp it. You've got to say to yourself, this is what I want. That's what I want. And you go and take it. And you hold on to it fast. And you don't let any of these societal, how can we say, distractions, negative entities, demons. It can be full of demons, depends how you look at it. But there's energies within these societies which want to drain you of your very life force, drain every single atom of it. Yeah. So you've got to retain that, you've got to hold on to it, and you've got to go, no, I'm not giving it to you. How it works is you'll see signs, neon signs, billboard signs, and it will entice you into giving your energy. You see, come and eat this pizza, or come and buy these clothes, come and buy this car, come and buy this drink, give us your energy, give us your energy. And then you give this energy, and then you've got this inanimate object. But your energy is depleted, and you may think to yourself, ooh, I'm feeling so great now because I've got this inanimate object. But your energy has been taken away. Your life force has been taken away. You've exchanged your life force for this inanimate object. You see what's happening? We have to be very, very careful. So, there you have it, people. Time and time and time and time and time again, I make these speeches, and time and time and time again, I don't really seem to be touching people. The depth and the profundity of knowing it, of being it, people, being it. Can you feel it? It's all around you. It's in you. You are it. If only you will realise you are it. Become self-empowered and go out there and take it. It's all for the taking. Because it's you that's creating it. It's your dream. Huh.